872,293.
Okay. Plus one. I just beat you. 294. I just beat you. Plus infinity. So we go above a billion, you get to trillion.
Yes.
That's 1,000 times bigger than a billion. Then you go above a trillion, but we had bi, tri, quadrillion.
Yes.
That's 1,000 times bigger than a trillion. That has 15 zeros. That's about 100 quadrillion is how many sounds and words have ever been uttered by all human beings who have ever been born. That's how big that number is. So go up by another factor of 1,000. We had billion, trillion, quadrillion, quintillion. That's the number of grains of sand on an average beach. Sand. Want to start counting them? No, that's all you would ever do in life and you still wouldn't get there. So go up by another factor of 1,000, you get to, so a billion, trillion, quadrillion, quintillion, sextillion. The one with 21 zeros. That's about the number of stars in the universe. More plentiful than each
actually, yes.
Actually, no.
You would say no. I will listen to your argument.
Actually, there are stars being born every day.
You know, that's true. That's true. So here's the thing. That's true. So in fact, about 10 stars are born in every galaxy every year. That's about the rate.
Nope.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's about the rate.
No,
Honey?
it's like 100.
No, honey, he's an astrophysicist. He knows what he's talking about.
So wait. No, that's the average. There's some galaxies where they are making 100 stars. Some where they're even making 1,000. But then it stops making them because it runs out of gas. And there's a period where they don't make any. So you get an average. It's about
Actually, when
10
stars,
a year.
Well, actually,
I'll tell you what.
When
Look.
stars go supernova, new stars get born because of all the gas
Right.
getting compressed together.
Exactly. But here's what happens. There's some stars that don't go supernova. And they take the gas and keep it forever. So there's less gas to make more stars. So as stars get made, fewer stars in the future will be born. There will come a day when all formation of stars in the universe stops. And after that time, one by one, the stars will burn out without being replaced by others. And the sky will go dark, leaving the universe in a perpetual state of darkness in the abyss that is the expanding universe. Have a nice day. Yes, okay. So, wait. So here's the calculation. You ready? Our galaxy has about 100 billion stars in it, and the universe is about 10 billion years old, a little older. So if we made stars at a regular rate the whole time, we'd be making about 10 stars a year. That's how you get that number. Because 10 stars a year times 10 billion years gets you 100 billion stars. That's how you get that.
That's big math.
But we have bigger numbers. Wait. How many more minutes? Oh, we got about 10. We got like 10 minutes. Okay. So here you go. So we got up to sextillion. That's about the number of stars in the observable universe. Then you go beyond that. Sextillion, you have octillion, nontillion, dectillion. These numbers are not very useful.
And then you got tectillion.
I never heard that one. Tectillion?
Yes.
That ought to be. If it is, that ought to be. But we can go bigger than you get a Google. Google.
I actually know that that's actually a real number.
Yeah, it's one with 100 zeros after it. Now, you are into scientific notation? You like that? A Googleplex is 10 to the Google power.
Whoa.
That number has so many zeros in it. It has a Google zeros. You cannot write it out in the universe.
By the way, I actually, one time with my dad, I said, what's 5 times 10 to the power of 83?
Oh, what did he say?
Nothing. It's incomprehensible.
Oh, yeah. So if you have a number that's bigger than the number of particles in the universe, because that's about the number of particles in the universe, there's nothing left to count. So numbers bigger than that are not useful for counting things. But you can have numbers bigger that can count events. So, for example, you can say, how many possible games of chess can you play? That's a number. But you're not counting things, you're counting events. So I can ask the question, if the universe were a giant cosmic chessboard, and the exchange of any two particles were a legal move, how many total possible exchanges exist among all particles in the universe?
Well,
That, I'm going to tell you what that number is.
That's actually an infinite.
No, it's not infinite. You can count it. It is 10 to the 10 to the 10th to the 80th to the 34th power. That number is called Skew's number. And it's essentially all the particles in the universe, that number, factorial, which you might not have learned yet. What about factorial? Any factorial people here?
Factorials are nice.
Yeah, 10 factorial. Yeah, they're nice. So make it big, fast, factorial it. And it's got the best symbol ever. The exclamation point. 10 factorial. 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 10. Stop at 1.
Times 2 times 1.
You don't want to go to 0. Because then it's 0. Yeah. You stop at 1.
It kind of sucks getting a really huge number like that and then just accidentally multiply.
If you accidentally, it's like you just...
Oops.
Cancel.
What if it was
What are you squeezing on your head? Is this a meteor?
No.
It's a moon.
He's been mooning everybody.
What's she moon?
What's the gravitational pull on that?
Of this?
Nothing.
Yeah, it's not... yeah, no. Yeah, you can't land on this.
Unless it was a toy.
Right.
But if this thing was much bigger, like the one up there, you could actually land.
So you should be in school now, right?
Yes.
Yes, you're playing hooky, which means you're skipping school. Okay. Do you have permission to skip school?
Yes.
From whom?
The principal.
The principal gave you permission. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do.
We wrote a note to him.
I'm going to write a note too, okay, on the back of this. Okay? It's okay, really.
Really, it's okay.
Yeah, this will work. Okay, tell me your name. Spell it. A-V. That's what you said, isn't it, Avner? To Avner's teachers.
Best excuse ever. Yeah, isn't it?
To Avner's teachers. Today, he needed his space. How's that? Think they'll accept that?
Yeah.
Display at the activate report change list.
And what we put this button on it. There we go.
Oh.
This is the Grail button. The official button. It says VIP guest. You know what VIP stands for?
Very important person.
Yeah, yeah. But it turns out there's another viewing place for VVIPs.
Very.
Very important people. It's like they're like near the launch pad, but they're all going to get incinerated when it launches. So we should be happy. They live once, right? They're like mayflies, right? I'm just kidding. So whose was this?
This is mine.
That was yours. Okay.
You mentioned about going, not running for president because of perception.
I was asked what I would do if I were president.
Right.
After the Bill Maher incident.
So.
And I said that question presupposes that if you just swap out presidents, everything gets fixed. And I said, so I object to the question, the very premise of the question, and then I gave my reply. Right.
So, in replace of that,
Where's Bun Bun?
is there a certain like societal, philosophical idea that we need in order to better ourselves in society, pushing towards the cosmos?
Yes, I think it's a more humble recognition that, rather, a sense that there's value
Where's Bunny?
in discovering something tomorrow that you didn't know about yesterday. And therein is the foundation of the advance of all civilization in the history of our species. If you don't have that, by the way, not everyone has to feel that way. But if you don't feel that way, you shouldn't prevent those who do, because they are then become your emissaries of your species. They're the ones who leave the cave first, who look at the valley first, who climb the mountain first. Some of them die. And the history of exploration is dotted with those who have given their lives in this exercise. Some do it just as thrill seekers. Others do it because they're genuinely curious. Others do it for hegemonistic reasons. In any of the above cases, there's discovery to be had at the other end. If you embrace that, then you embrace investments in scientific research. You embrace NASA. You embrace what it is to have a new idea. The people who fear new ideas are those who are locked in a philosophy, or locked in a dogma, that they're afraid of thinking anything other than that. Not only that, they want you to think that as well. They can't escape. The blinders, you ever see horses? They put this on the side of their eyes so they don't get spooked by things that happen. So if you are steeped in dogma, then you're walking around with these blinders, and you don't know what else matters, and you don't even have the urge to see what comes next. And so if you can transform society culturally, then you have